Hey guys, it's Jaylan. Welcome back. I'm here today to do my update for my pan that palette, and this is the Pantastic Ladies collab Facebook project, Tiny Pans. For this project, I am panning the Lorac Pro 3, which is this guy right here. As I mentioned, this is a Pantastic Ladies collab Facebook project, and the creator for this wonderful idea was Sarah Tate. I will leave all the information for the Pantastic Ladies group in the description box, as well as the link to the collaborators for this project. There's a large number of people who are doing this particular Tiny Pans pan that palette, which is super exciting. So the reason why I chose my Lorac Pro 3 is because this particular palette, even though it has quite a few shades, it has a total of 16 shades. The size of the pans, or I should say the volume of shadow, the amount of shadow in each pan is small. So I believe if I calculated it correctly, it was 0.02 ounces per pan. And kind of compared to the rest of the palettes that I have in my collection, that was by far the smallest in terms of ounces of all of the palettes that I owned. So, and it was not a small 2 or 3 pan palette. I wanted something that was kind of substantial that I was going to be able to work on throughout the course of the year. So let me show you what my palette looked like last month. And this is what my palette looks like now. I am so excited. So now let's clean this puppy. Oh my God, how beautiful is that? I freaking love that trick. It's so clean. So clean. It is such a fantastic trick. Ugh. But I definitely wanted to show you all the use I had in it because there was a lot. Here we go. Woohoo! Look at that palette. Look at all that pan. So exciting. All right. So I think since the last update, obviously I have expanded the pan quite a bit. And I mean, I'm almost finished with, what shade was that? You can't even see what that shade was. I don't even know what that shade is. Blanc. It was Blanc. I'm almost finished with Blanc. And the reason why I didn't finish it, to be honest, is because I can't get my brush in there. And I want to repress it, but I held off because I wanted to wait until this update. So what I did was I moved to canvas. So you can see I made a significant amount of, I hit pan in canvas and then almost finished it. So what I think I may do is actually mix Blanc and canvas together into one shade, because there's not a lot left in either of those. And right now, I think mixing the two would be a good color for my lids. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And Pink Nude is, you can see, it's almost finished. This one here, it's almost finished. I was kind of starting to work the sides, and it's almost done. And this one here is Clay. And I'm making very good progress on that. I'm going to definitely repress that one as well because it's starting to get a little bit challenging to use the sides. And I use this one. I use Clay in my crease quite a bit. Dark brown. I had hit pan in dark brown last month. And so I just expanded the pan in that one. And, it's definitely not as dark as I want it to be, but I'm working my way through it. I do tend to mix it quite a bit with amethyst. So you can definitely see that I've expanded the pan quite a bit in amethyst. I think I actually hit top pan in amethyst. So I did have pan in amethyst last month, but it was kind of in the center. And so I've kind of moved my way up. Now, the other two pans that I hit were in these two shades down here. So I hit pan in Medallion and Light Pewter. Light Pewter was a surprise. I didn't expect, I think Light Pewter, when I hit pan on it, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting to hit pan on that. I was kind of working towards Medallion, but Light Pewter was a bit of a surprise. I wasn't really expecting pan whenever I hit it. So pretty excited about that. And I also have hit top pan in Almond Pearl, which is this one down here. I think I was close. I want to say I'm close to hitting pan in light gold, but it's probably further away than I think it is. Light gold is this one here. I don't really use it that often, to be honest. It's probably going to be one of those shades that I start using for like my inner corner and brow highlight, but I've been using Almond Pearl for that. And then let's see, Dark Mocha. So I do use Dark Mocha quite a bit on the outer part of my outer corner on the lower lid. So I should say I am wearing this palette today. In my crease, I have Terracotta, which I'll come back to that shade in a minute because I have thoughts. Actually, no, wait. No, I'm sorry. I do not have Terracotta. I have Cool Taupe in my crease today. And in my outer corner, I do have Dark Brown. And on my lid, I have Light Pewter. In my inner corner, I do have Almond Pearl. And on my brow bone. Did I use anything else in here today? No, I think that was it. I didn't even set my primer today with this palette because I was in such a rush this morning. So I didn't even use it to set my eyeshadow. And lately, the last maybe week, I really haven't been using this palette to set my primer because I can't really get those shadows out. I've been using my pure powder to set my primer the last week because I really can't get these two. I can't get my brush in here. I can't get my brush in there. So this is looking great. Now, the shadows that that are weird. Okay. Terracotta. This one here. That shade is so interesting. It's so densely packed in this palette. Like, I don't know. It's not a very good shadow. So I've thought about repressing it to see, and here's why, because whenever I get my brush in there, I have to go in there 3 or 4 times just to get a decent crease shade. It's probably because it's old, but it almost looks like it's kind of got some hard pan on there. It's weird. I don't know if I get up close in there, if you guys can see that. But it really does look like a little bit of hard pan. And I kind of feel like maybe repressing it would help that shadow because I'm really struggling with it. I was having similar challenges with Cool Taupe as well, but I feel like I've broken through with Cool Taupe and it's a little bit easier to use. That's why those shadows look barely touched, because I've been struggling with them. So I may, whenever I repress all these other shadows, I may just go in and go ahead and repress those two because I have been struggling just getting any kind of pigment out of them. We'll try that. The rest of them are okay. I feel like I'm close on Rose Bronze, to be honest. It's not a really good shadow, but it is... it is pigmented enough, and so I can definitely work with it. It's a shadow that I haven't really been using very much of. I've been working more so on medallion and light pewter. It's kind of been my focus. So anyway, I think things are going really well with this palette. I mean, I feel pretty good about it. So I'm going to go ahead and repress those shadows. And when I do that, I will take another picture of this palette so we have an idea of what it looks like after repressing. But yeah, so that is my update for this palette. Now, something I forgot to do last month is I forgot to update you guys on my little baby panette palette. And I think last time I updated you guys on this palette, I was working on hitting pan on the lighter shade in this palette. So let me throw up a picture of what this looked like last time. And this is what things are looking like now. I finally hit pan on this shadow. Finally! Oh my God, it took forever. It's a miracle. That pan is so deep. The well of these shadows is so deep. I mean, I'm not close to hitting pan on the dark brown shade at all. And to be honest, I don't really use this shade very often because, especially now, because I'm working on the dark brown shimmer in the Lorac palette. So this one just doesn't get as much use. But this shadow has so much more punch in terms of impact than the shadows in the Lorac Pro 3. So sometimes I do go for this, like if I'm trying to do something in my inner corner. So sometimes I do go for this one, but slowly but surely, I think once I use up some of the shadows in here, this will be my go-to. 2 years in a row. Still working on it. Anyway, that is my update for the Tiny Pans project and for the Lorac Pro 3. I am enjoying using it. I think once I work through that palette, I have some ideas about what I'm hopeful I can finish that palette a bit earlier this year. I'm hopeful I can actually finish the thing. And then if I can finish it, I have ideas about what I want to do because I really would like to start maybe doing like a palette a week or something like that. I think that would be fun, and doing videos on them. So I'm really trying to finish some of those shadows and get this palette out of my collection so that I can start working on like playing around with some of my like fun like palettes, you know, not just doing like pan those eyeshadows where I'm just panning one eyeshadow in a palette, but really like playing with my palettes. So anyway, that is my update for this project. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay safe, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Hello. I'm here to film. All right, we have a zigster. We have a zigster passed out on the bed. Before I start, my nails are kind of wet and I just painted them and I don't know if I like it. So if they look like caca, sorry. I still don't know if I like them. I tried a layering of 2 colors and verdict is still out. I think it's pretty. It could not be. Hey guys, it's Jaylon. Welcome back. I'm here today to do my update for the Tiny Pans project pan. As I mentioned, this is a Pantastic Ladies. Pantastic Ladies collab Facebook group. Oh my God. So let me show you what my palette looked like in. Oh my God. Ziggy. He's so sleepy. Oh. Zigster. You didn't provide any shenanigans today. You guys, he's so cute. There's a little puff right next to him. I did not mess up my nails. It's a miracle.